In this tutorial, we are going to explore the map. So now that we've signed up, it's time to log into the system. So follow the login tab, enter your username and password, and logging in will take you straight into the map, which is really the main interface of the FBIS platform. And you can see immediately that a map comes up showing a lot of sites and river coverage for South Africa. So to start off with, I'll show you around this navigation bar at the top here. There's an about page which has some basic background information about the platform, the process that was undertaken to develop FBIS, the objectives of the system, and at the bottom some information about project partners and project funders. There's a contact page for getting in touch and sending us questions or reporting any errors that you might find. There's a help page which has a link to the manual for FBIS and also these video tutorials. You can go onto your profile page where you can adjust information about yourself and your organization. And then over on the right here, there's a quick link for updating any records that you might have entered into the system, and finally, a quick and easy way to add a site. So back to the map. The next thing we'll look at is the menu bar on the left here, and this is really where a lot of the power and flexibility of FBIS happens. To start off with, there's some functionality to zoom in to the map or zoom out. Next is the search bar, and this is really where you're able to search for records and filter records, and I'll come back to that. Next is the Lasso Tool, which is a neat little tool that allows you to draw a polygon around a set of sites that may be of particular interest to you in any area, and then filter by those sites. Next down are the layers. This is a set of background layers that can be turned on and off on FBIS, visualizing any of these layers. And this is a set of spatial layers and management layers. So everything from things like geomorphological zones right the way through to management layers, like water management areas. And these layers can be turned on by activating them there. So I've just now turned on the land use classes for South Africa, and the transparency of layers can be adjusted by sliding them up and down. And if I turn on another layer here, water source areas, you can see that layer, and you can click on a layer and move it above another layer, and then it will come into the front of your view. And finally, you can click on an info bar to fetch metadata, background information about any of these layers. Next is the third-party layer selector, and here we have the FBIS serves data from Minisas, which is a citizen science database. So there's a link to that platform, and again, another third-party layer is water quality data, which are served by the Inwards platform, so with a link to that. And by clicking on Inwards, you will see that all this water quality data comes up for South Africa. And then you can click on one of these sites, and it will give you a brief overview of the water quality data and give you an option to download a CSV for the water quality data for that site. All right. Next, we have the locate option, which allows you to locate a site by entering its coordinates or by entering a farm portion code, if you happen to know that about your area. I'm just going to turn off the water quality data. Next, you are able to print a PNG of the map. Clicking on that will automatically save and download a PNG of your current map view. Then This is a shareable link that immediately copies to your clipboard, which you can share your map view with anybody else. And then at the bottom here, there are a few different base map options. The one we have at the moment is the Bing satellite map, which is one of my favorite ones to use, but you could also change that up and use another layer, for example, aerial photography, or another layer that might suit your needs. All right, so in the next tutorial, I'm going to show you guys a little bit more of the power and functionality in the search bar.